I'm down on the Fairline stand before the show opens so I can have a proper look around the new F Line 33. Now the boat was launched in London, but it's had its public debut here at Cannes, and it's nice and quiet now so we can have a good look around and take it out for a drive. Let's start at the stern then. Now the drop down bathing platform is a standard feature. It's an option to have it powered. This one has the powered one. Gives you a little bit more space back here aft, and obviously it's at a good level, very close to the water. And then you have this main dinette. Now on both bench seats, the backrests can flip the other way so that you can essentially make a big sunbathing area if you want to put down this table. As you can see, it's on a telescopic leg, so that goes flush, and then you can flip forward the backrests and you have a completely flat sunbathing area. Then of course this seat here, you can flip the backrest the other way so that you can perch facing out of the boat rather than facing in. Very nice if there are people in the water and you just want to sit and observe. Moving forward, you can really take in these lovely lines, and there's some nice detailing going on, like the LEDs that are set into the side decks here. And what's really nice is that they have kept the frameless windscreen. It looks really, really smart, and it's what gives that boat the really sleek profile that it has from side on. Up there you have a little bit more sunbathing space right forward at the bow. This is where you have your galley, sink and grill, and actually it's quite a good size, and you have storage too, bespoke storage for cutlery and things like that. It's quite a practical layout actually. Fridge space down there, and then we come forward to the helm. Everything is presented via the glass bridge. As you can see here, you have the dedicated Fairline 33 app, and through there you can flick through things like engine options, even go into the Lumishore lights and control them from here at the screen. And then of course you have your nav chart as well. Here you have an adjustable phone holder with wireless charging. Very convenient place to have your phone. It holds securely as well. And you have a multi-function steering wheel. This has actually changed since the boat was launched. This wasn't on the boat when they launched it in London, but it's here now, and it means that you've got some regularly used functions right underneath your thumb. It's a really nice configuration. You have your trim controls down here. Now they are going to adjust the seat. At the moment it's set a little bit low, and really for a boat that's so agile, so quick, it doesn't offer that much support. So I think they're going to raise it up, and they're going to change the seat to one that's got a bit more bolstering, a bit more support, so that when you really chuck it around you're held in place a little bit tighter, and it means that you can be comfortable but still have the protection from this windscreen. The windscreen is quite low, so when you do stand up and drive you do get a bit of a pelting from the wind, so if you could bolster you'd get a little bit more protection from that windscreen. Access to the engines is via this deck hatch. Now there's a quick access hatch here if you just want to poke your head in, check everything's okay, but at the touch of a button this whole deck area here will lift up, so you have much better access to both the engines if you need to do more involved servicing work. There is the option to have a T-top if you'd like it, and that mounts here onto the wet bar if you want that, and then obviously arcs forward over the helm station. There's also a bimini option as well if you don't want a hard top but you want to have a bit of shelter when the sun is really hot. Heading down below, this area comes as a bit of a surprise. It's such a sleek looking boat from the outside, but actually down here there is more space than you might imagine there would be. Headroom is okay, and once you drop down properly into the cabin, you know, standing headroom here. Obviously it gets a little bit lower as you head further forward. This dinette is fixed. I believe there is the option to have a telescopic leg here, so you can make another berth here if you want to, but actually what you probably do is use this bed here, amidships, and then you can leave the table set up at all times. And okay, it's cramped in terms of headroom, but the bed is a good size, and if you just want the odd night aboard, at least you've got a nice big comfortable bed that you can collapse into. There's a little bit of storage down here, there's a little wardrobe there, there's some storage at the end of the bed. It's not the solution for weeks on end, but it's quite nice to have. And this cabin has its own door as well, so you can shut it off for a bit bit of privacy. And then through this door is where you find the heads. Well, it's more of a wet room, not space for a separate shower cubicule, of course, but you have got a shower head here, so you can have a shower in here if you want to. And again, headroom is pretty good in there. You can stand up. There's a bit of light coming in from the hatch overhead.
Here we go then. Finally at the wheel of the F Line 33. And the good news is this one's got the biggest engines. Twin 430 horsepower petrol V8s. Just coming up to speed now. Trimmer up a touch to about 0. And we're already licking along at 30 knots. That's giving us 110 litres per hour combined. The hull has got a 22-degree dead rise. There's no steps, there's no real trickery, but it's a lovely soft ride. It's quite lumpy here off cam during the sea trial. So there's a bit of chop about, and it handles it very nicely, and really right now cruising at 30 knots feels very comfortable. The low windscreen means there's quite a lot of wind buffering, but they are going to adjust the seat so that you can sit more comfortably and drive. At the moment it's most comfortable to stand. A bit more speed now. We're up to 36 knots, 200 litres an hour. And it really gets in its stride. Cruising at 40 knots now. 41 knots, 186 litres an hour. And it feels comfortable. Yeah, this thing handles. We got 47 knots out of it, and that was with 10 people on board. We've got fewer now. They're still playing with the props. They're only getting 90% load through the engines. Once they get 100% load, I think this will be a 50 knot boat, no problem. 47 knots a day with that many people on board, 50% fuel, 100% water, and 100% holding tank. So I think you can safely say that this is a 50 knot boat, if not more. It's seriously agile as well. Lots and lots of grip from those stern drive legs. You can really throw it in. They're going to adjust the seat so there's a bit more support, and they need it because it really will bank over. It indulges you as a driver, that's for sure.
So there you have it, quite a brief taste of the F33. We are going to do a full test in the future where we'll get a really good impression of how it is to drive, but that was a nice experience there just to get behind the wheel for the first time and see what it's like. But there's more to come from us on this boat.